Hey guys, this is Grace with the Basket Bar. I just wanted to show you one of my little blue baskets I've made with some Haiku perfume in the set. We have our chocolate Russell stove and and we did these plants that we got at DG. And then we have our little puppy dog, and we are going to seal this with a 24 by 30 bag. And let's go. Okay, so gotten it in the bag. Do not mind the sound. You know what it is. You know how loud it can be. And we are going to put it in the bag. And I always like to make sure this is kind of even so that you have something to work with. And what I love about shrink wrap, it's so forgiving with all the wrinkles, whereas cellophane, wrinkles are nightmares. That you don't want those. But I always like to try to stay a little bit away from the top because you want to have that really pretty tail. So another thing that I like to do when I'm wrapping bags is pick it up and, make sure I get it tight. And I'd like to say I'm OCD. I'm really not, but certain things I just find it easier to work with if I can tuck it and pull it, like this, pulling it down and then getting it. And then I'm going to tuck it up underneath. But depending on how you tuck it, you're either gonna put it in like this, or you're gonna try to tuck it back. Does that make sense? So that's one thing I like to do, and then you go back over to the other side. And again, I really hate to pull from the top and tuck it if I don't have to. Sometimes I make that mistake and do that. So again, I'm going to do where I tuck it. So let me get my pipe cleaner so that I can go ahead and start working the air out. So we're going to fold it in like an accordion and put it in. And you squeeze the air out, because the more air you get out, the easier it is when you blow it and go circular and go up. And this is a lot of times why you get the burns, is you're definitely not paying attention, you're too close to it, or there's too much air, and what's happening is it can't go out anymore because you tightened it too much, and then it burns the hole. Or it looks like a bloated bag. So, and we don't want those things. So you can tie it from the front or the back. I never do those things more than a few times. I don't have a consistent routine, unfortunately. So again, I'm going to come back over here. Tuck it, and come back over here, and tuck it, and let's see what I did with the tape. So I've got some tape. I really need to invest in a tape dispenser, but I was getting off the rolls, and I tend to break those things and little rustle things, and I really need to get that tape dispenser. I saw Daddy Treasure Treasures, and it was really cool. She got it from Amazon. I just don't know what kind of tape dispenser. So I guess I'm going to have to spend a few hours looking through the website just to find the right tape dispenser. But it's really cool. So now we've got this and we're ready. And we are going to move it around, put it up. I always like to make sure I'm holding it back. See right here to kind of keep it from flexing too much. I don't want it to, sometimes you can't help it, but I don't want it to bend up. I want it to, you see how it's puffing because all the air didn't get up, but the good thing is we haven't done the front yet, so there we go. Satisfying, isn't it? As you see it tighten Yep. So, voila. We're going to cut this extra piece off, and we are going to set this aside. And here is something interesting if you don't know. The shrink wrap, sometimes it loosens up. All you gotta do is put that little heat gun right back on it. But a lot of times that's because there's movement in the packaging, or you're in and out the weather, you know, it's in your car, you're loading up. But generally it takes a few days. But also you might not have this tight enough so air is seeping in and causing it to shift. But that's one thing I love about the shrink wrap is I can retighten it. Just remember not to burn it. And when I'm set out where I'm set out, there tends to sometimes get really, I'm like Mary Poppins holding my tent down because the wind can get really bad. Even though I have like 30 pounds on each legs of weights, I mean, the wind can be whippy. So this is nice because depending on the grade of shrink wrap you have, it can pop on the ground and nothing moved, nothing popped, it didn't break. Occasionally they'll break. But I think that this is kind of nice because it's forgiving, and sometimes your animals get really smushy and sometimes they don't. But that's why you put a big bow sometimes to cover up the little smush head. So anyway, we are going to finish this up and put it in the room full of baskets. So let's see if I can figure out a way to do with the scissors. Okay, so we're going to cut that. We're going to cut that. So you can pop it out. You always want to make it look fuller than it is. And let's see what bow I have. I have this bow, but I'm probably not going to use it because it's too pink. Or we need some blue, so I'm gonna have to go find some fabric that I like that'll match this, or use the what do we call that? My brain is just going blank. The mesh, the tool, or the mesh, or something. I cannot think. I'm telling you what, my brain is just going so fast with everything on its mind that words become Benifer. Anyway, I hope this is helpful if you can see it, and we are going to wrap it up, and we will probably put a balloon in here just to give it more of a Valentine feel, but I like it. I think it's cute. Hey guys, so here is the bow that I just put together. It was very simple. And then of course here's the basket. Sorry for the glare, but this is the lighting I have to work with tonight. So I took some of this tool mesh and I cut it in strips. Okay? I made two the same size and one just a little bit smaller to put in the middle to kind of give it more of a fluff. So all you're going to do is just grab it. You're going to grab it. Back and forth like an accordion. Back and forth, back and forth. So see how it's making this little fan? So we're just going to So here it is. See? Real simple, right? Looks kind of like a barrette. Then you're going to take the shorter piece and you're going to do the same thing. I mean, you could literally do this one-handed. Sorry, I have such little space to work with. I got to put it up here. So then we're going to put that in the middle, and you're going to try to, you know, hold it like you can. So there we go. And then you do the last piece. And you can keep layering this as thick as you want, how many pieces you want. There's so many ways to use this to make your little bows, but
this is just a quick little bow. See how long that took me? And I'm just rushing this. I can make it look a little bit neater, but see how full that is? And you're gonna just take it and you're gonna tie it with the same color piping, or you can use a zip tie, or you can use twine. But isn't that cute? And see how fluffy, like that smaller one in the middle? But it wasn't that hard, and all I did was back and forth, and I'll probably redo this and tie it off, but I just wanted to show you, basically you just grab and pinch, grab and pinch. So there you go. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks.